something smart.
Something smart.
Yeah. You did it.
I'm not witty on command.
Nobody is. Welcome to the launch, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Episode 12. Feeling the magic in the, what room are we calling this?
The podcast room? Pod room? The pod.
Absolutely have its own title, though, probably. You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
Should get on that.
I'll ask Nadine. She's in charge of the decor.
She built
made
the
it
room.
happen.
She can name it.
And those, you know, we didn't talk about this last time, is, you know, it looks better in here, well lit better, because Nadine put in a fixture up there. She did that herself.
Mm-hmm.
She read books.
To put in the fixture?
Uh-huh. And then YouTubed it up, and there was a little bit of hesitation and doubt, and she's looking at me, and I'm saying, you got the wrong guy. I am not useful there. I'll hold the ladder.
Yeah.
I'll hand you the stuff, honey, but you're smarter.
She did a really good job.
She did a great job. It looks good in here. I mean, I did before, but then, you know, she's like, you guys need more light.
The camera's still a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
I apologize to the YouTube
Is it
watchers.
still a little fuzzy?
It's a little fuzzy for my liking, but
we can
it looks a lot better than it did.
I suppose I could grab
Feel it.
another. There's things we could do. We could talk about that later.
We should actually figure out, I was thinking about it today, we should do a test run soon of doing the podcast in different locations.
Right? How are we going to video you?
Well, I mean, I've got cameras.
I know you got better cameras.
I've got cameras.
It's true. The editing on that is going to be nightmarish.
Oh, no, I've got it figured out.
You already have figured out?
I got it figured out. Just, you got to send me the audio file and the video.
That video file?
Mm-hmm.
All
I'll
right.
just teach you how to do that. But we should do a test run because that's coming up quickly.
Yeah. And we're putting so we're going to put the audio here, and you're going to face. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, there's a little bit of work around me to figure out.
Well, this it does very well with the phone.
It
The
does.
Bluetooth connection
Mhm.
without having to do too much craziness. So we might just have a couple test runs where we record sound first.
Mm-hmm.
Because then if you just teach me that,
The Vivo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
which isn't hard by design,
It's really
and I'm seeing you walk in here, cock of the walk, just turning it on and working it. You know, again, technical prowess. It's not my light fixture. Mevo, somebody else.
not your.
Somebody else. I mean, I figured this out.
You hired the. You did a really good job.
I
on
was
this.
proud of this part.
This one's really. It sounds really good.
It does, and it was mostly research.
He's
but
pointing at the
The
podcast
roadcaster,
Roadcaster.
the recording. You know, I got this the mic. I like how it's set up. But again, Nadine helped me put this together.
She put the arm.
This part, she put the arm together. The arm was fun because it just.
What would your house look like
Hmm.
if you were a bachelor?
It would not look good.
No.
Actually, I lie. There are 2 rooms that would look horrible, and then there'd be somebody hired to take care of the rest.
So why are 2 rooms horrible?
Because I sleep in one and I eat in the other.
Okay.
Inner sanctums that nobody needs to see the magic there. No, I mean, yeah. I mean, there'd be 2 that are just messier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good about cleaning up after myself, actually. And
Congratulations.
thank you. But I would probably just either have, somebody live in a room that cleans up the place. I mean, it's gonna be lonely and sad because the boy's gonna graduate too. It's not gonna be that, it would be lonely.
Yeah.
It'd be a giant house. I don't know. Do you move then? Because it's got a lot of room for the stuff I like to do.
You talking about this house in particular?
Yeah. But then, would I be sad because I'm walking around and everything would remind me of the cool stuff that my wife did for me?
Well, I guess I'm not I'm not saying that she died. I'm just saying hypothetically.
There's no hypothetical that she leaves me without death, Ryan.
Like, wow.
Yeah. What are you getting at, bro?
I was just trying to get a peek in your mind.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry.
And it backfired.
Let me just take that down a notch. I mean, just because some of us, the sanctity of marriage is an important thing, Ryan, doesn't mean that everybody else feels that way. And I need to just.
Woo. It was hot.
That was fun.
That was a hot button that I touched.
No,
Bad.
No, but what would happen? Let's start again. If Nadine was gone, like she went away for a year?
Okay,
What?
or like just what did 20 or young Joel Corda do?
Oh, if I was younger?
Or you just you
Oh.
were just bachelor your whole life, and there wasn't an Nadine to.
There's not a lot of barriers, not a lot of control. It's like, let's put it this way, it's like bowling. So I would need the bumpers. Nadine provides the bumpers in my life. It would just be a lot of gutter balls.
Yeah. Okay.
Choices horribly made.
Or not made at all.
Yeah,
Probably.
right.
I just don't even think you just like. Oh, that I should put something
Yeah.
on that wall. I should put some lighting in this room, but
No, historically, it was more bad ideas than
Mm.
pre-Nadine. They were just bad ideas.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Nadine, for
Yeah. Straightening
being the
this
light
out.
in your life.
Nadine lights up my. She's the good stuff.
She's the good stuff. I like
Yeah.
that.
So we had a good meeting yesterday.
We did have a great meeting.
It was an
yesterday.
excellent meeting.
Mm-hmm.
It was your idea. You should tell the people.
Oh, you want to tell the people?
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so we had, I think last week we talked about how location issues came up with our music video plans.
Sad trombone. I'm not going to do it. Just do it. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
And so after the podcast yesterday, after recording last week, you and I just had a quick little brain session. And we landed on an idea of shooting it at the old Paris Gibson School. I guess not the old Paris Gibson Square Museum, but the Paris Gibson Square Museum, the old school.
Mhm.
They have a beautiful, creepy attic.
Yeah, the attic was
Ton.
your idea.
Mm,
Perfect idea, though,
I'm really happy
because I've been up there.
that it's a cool place.
And you and I have both done a couple nice things for the square every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked out pretty well. It's a pretty
Yeah.
easy ask.
Yeah, they were happy to help us out.
Sarah Justice, we should say.
Shout out to the square. We're really excited about that. We toured it yesterday, and I really, really was digging the vibe.
Mm.
The lighting up there.
And she
is-
might be in it too.
Yeah.
We might have convinced her to be in the
part of
video.
be a part of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens.
It'll be fun.
It's gonna be a good one.
And it's on the books now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second time.
Yes.
I
It's like, was there a third? I don't remember.
know.
Yeah, second time.
Second time. It's
Allie's
gonna
in.
happen,
Allie says she's going to be
though.
there.
Yay.
So we got one. Maybe Sarah Justice,
Mm-hmm.
but she's busy that day doing some kind of highfalutin something
Mm-hmm.
because she's a highfaluter.
What's a high fluter?
High society, getting the donors, doing
Okay,
the things.
I figured that. I just didn't know where the phrase came from.
I'm all over the map. See, I need the bumpers. If Nadine was down here,
Shoot,
if this was a
shoot.
dinner party, Nadine would be gently saying stuff to me under the table. Hey, maybe not.
You know how Dax Shepard has his podcast? Have you
Yeah.
ever listened to that? And
Yeah.
like at the end, they go back and like they talk
They
about
have
the
to
mistake.
fix what he said
You and
wrong.
Nadine should have that, I guess. The fact checking, or be like, okay, this is what you really meant.
Yes. So, and I'll go back and do that myself sometimes. But yeah, I've tried to get Nadine to do a podcast because she's a yogi, as you know. She has a lot of really great ideas, and she's a really great
I'd
teacher.
love to hear a podcast from Nadine.
She won't do it.
That's sad.
She says she would just get timid and not talk.
Oh.
I don't think that's true. Then I thought, here's what we do, honey. The podcast is just me making you laugh, and the podcast lasts as long as you laugh. So until your first laugh, that's it. So it could be a 10-second podcast. Depending on your mood, it could be 2-hour podcast
Oh wow.
until I make you laugh, and then it's over.
I like the idea of taking that on the road.
You want that on the road?
Yeah. 10-second show.
Yeah. Sell tickets.
You don't even know. Like it could be a 10-second show. It could be an hour and a half show.
Right. So then
we'll
you
find
know,
out together.
a whole audience is out
refunds.
there. Nadine and I walk on stage, we wave, and I tell her to pull my finger, and the show's over.
Take a bow.
Yeah, that's the one. I'm good at making her laugh, so we got that going for us.
No, that'd be. I'm not sure if the listeners would be there, but
Yeah, no, I'm not sure either.
but the yogi one sounds fun.
Yeah, she's very knowledgeable, so that could very well be the way to go. But now, okay, so back to Ryan.
Back to Ryan.
I saw that your lady friend, speaking of art, speaking of stuff, and
Mhm.
I don't know, we might have to cut this out. I don't think it's that big a deal in a bad way. But I saw that she was drawing again.
She was. Yeah.
And I
She just-
commented,
Oh, yeah?
oh, listen, I'll encourage the people. You know that.
Yes, you will.
They look cool.
Yeah.
She hasn't drawn for a while.
She hasn't. She's been really busy with a new job. She designed a tattoo for her sister. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And
Excellent.
so now she's gotten a couple other people who want her to design tattoos.
She could easily do that.
Mm-hmm. She's very, very talented.
Yeah. No, she is. It was good to see drawing happen again. And I know she does the makeup stuff, and I know she likes that too. But I was thinking that in this transition, moving somewhere and doing something, it gets new jobs are tricky.
Mm-hmm.
So to see her find space and make the time and start making cool stuff, it was cool to see.
Yeah, it wasn't easy trying to carve out that space. It's like, just as I think we've talked about the creative, trying to like plan it out, it's difficult. And then to make that time, it's like there was quite a few days she was frustrated that she couldn't draw that night or didn't have the time or something come up. And so the last few nights she's taken some time to actually carve out that time and make it work. And
Good.
yeah.
Good.
I'm really happy to see that.
It probably makes a difference in her day too. I mean, I know it does with me. I know it does with you.
If you get that creative bit out.
Yeah, and even if it's not a ton, if it's just a minute, just a 5 minute, 10
Yeah.
minute, get to say I did this thing today that didn't exist before and now it does.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she did that, and she's got a few more, I think, that she wants to do, a couple more tattoos, and I'm excited to see what she does down in Vegas, too. I'm sure that she'll be inspired to do some of their stuff down there.
Right.
So-
Especially when she starts, when the job gets too easy for her.
Yeah.
Start the side hustle.
After we get unpacked and all that. We started packing this week.
How'd that feel?
Weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Because you've lived here your whole life. No, not your whole life. You've gone a couple places, but
Yeah, here and there, but 99% of it though has been
Mm.
here, and yeah, it's weird, but it feels good. It's exciting.
Sure. But there's a mafia out there that's trying to suck you back in on a regular basis.
Here
And by the
in
way,
Falls.
I've been really good about it.
the
I'm
mob-
not. Yeah. It's not been me.
Are you the kingpin?
That would be awesome if I was behind people calling you to find, like, hey, we got to do the job. That thing we were talking about before. You announced, and now there's a rush on the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like people are conspiring against your move.
Financially, they're supporting the move. I appreciate that.
Exactly.
Moving's expensive.
Yes. Yes.
So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
My time management skills have been put to the test, though. That's for sure.
That's why it's so sad about us canceling the video. It's like we could get this done, and then Ryan can feel good about the, you know what I mean? Because you're gonna go. You're going to Vegas. You're looking around in a week.
Yeah, not this weekend, but next weekend we're going out house hunting.
And then the following weekend we're shooting this video, and our video, it'll be our birthday weeks.
That's also,
Yeah.
I realized, my last symphony shoot for the season 2 that weekend.
Ooh,
So
what time's that?
that's on Friday night.
Okay, that's still a long weekend.
It's gonna be a big one.
I thought that you did the last one last weekend.
So we did
last big one.
the last big orchestra show was last weekend with Superman.
Got
And
it.
then there's a chamber concert coming up where they're actually, if I remember right, they're mixing the quartet and the quintet. So the Cascade Quartet and the Chinook Winds Quintet.
Nice.
They're going to merge those and have a big show together. So that'll be my last one for the season, which is exciting and sad.
It's exciting and sad.
Yeah.
And you're going to do it next year too, though.
A little bit next year, yeah.
See, coming back up.
Yeah.
They're part of the mafia. That's trying to, once you thought you were out,
That'll
Yeah.
pull me back
and
in.
you're back in. I'm going to play the song. You ready?
Let's do it.
I'm going to play the Crushing Fire again. This is the one that Bruce Corder wrote the first lines to when he was about 5 years old.
Oh, Bruce
Crushing
wrote this?
Fire, the first bit.
Okay.
And then Nadine threw in a little too. Nobody can remember. They claim that I did most of the work, and I'm going to agree with them. But it started with Bruce writing this thing, and then he was saying, Under My Heart, rings like a bell under a chain.
He wrote the lyrics?
Yeah.
Okay.
And something else.
So this is a family tune.
Yeah. So I stole that, and then it's like, and he's going, Bruce, what should we call this song? And he goes, Crushing Fire. And I go,
how old is he?
Because 5.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So I'm like,
that's actually a pretty impressive title for a 5-year-old.
that's what I was saying. I'm like, I'm going to slip this on the album, and it's going to just be a 5-year-old's heartfelt. I'm like, now why? Because it's how I feel. So yeah, here's Crushing Fire.
All right, I'm excited.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. My heart rings like a bell under a chain. Under my feet, trampling leaves you're to blame. Crushing fire coming down on me. Crushing fire coming down on me. Shock to my hand, through my arms, straight to my heart. You come around, swirling your head, you play the part. Crushing fire coming down on me. Crushing fire coming down on me. And I feel so young again. And I feel so dumb again. And I feel so young again. Dropping snow, falling silver, get me out of this town. Your crooked smile, singing voice, keep me around. Crushing fire coming down on me. 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 So there you have it. There you have it. Crushing Fire, buddy.
Crushing Fire.
Yeah.
From the Quarter family.
From the Corda family. Nadine, I think, talked about it needs to be snowing.
For Crushing Fire?
Mm-hmm. So then snow got in.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that was how that one went
I
down.
like it.
So I've been thinking about Little Lost, our song, the one we're doing. And I knew that I wasn't being very descriptive or honest when I said I didn't know what it was about. I mean, I kind of know what it's about. You know what I mean?
The song?
Yeah. I mean, it was one that just, like I said, it showed up. But it all made sense to me. It all worked. But I was thinking about when we're doing the video,
Mm-hmm.
what are we going for? And I think it's a crack in the superficial veneer. That's what A Little Lost is.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's why the 50s housewife thing would work, I think. I thought I'd give you that insight.
That's a nice little insight.
I know you need the...
It's a nice little nugget.
See?
To
right, now we're guided because we got all that space. We got all the props we want.
Like, okay, so now that we have a new location, how much do you want me to just run with it?
Go crazy.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you? I'm thinking, too, like if we get done early and we can set up a mic and I just go live for a little bit, like we were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
if I can get a good sound with my guitar and pick it, or if there's just a good spot,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to do some live work there and release that.
That'd be sick.
See, and like this could be part, it's all content. It's all content, Ryan. But yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be a cool look.
It'd be a cool look and hopefully a cool sound.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably make it a cool sound eventually. Like if it's really great and we don't get what we want, then I'll have you come back from Vegas to.
You have engineer friends that can make that sound good.
I do, and he might be there that day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited for the video.
I am too. I was just thinking, am I giving myself another project? I need to have projects because I want things. I want this to go big.
Your schedule's going to open up here pretty soon.
Is it though?
I think so, right?
Because I told you about all the gigs outside of town. See?
Yeah, those are weekend gigs, though, aren't they?
Not all of them.
Oh, not all of them.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No,
You're going to be
no.
busier than expected.
Well, I counted. I have 18.
Oh, wow.
Right. I'm hoping to get like 30.
You're over halfway there?
I am. I'm like Bon Jovi, living on a prayer. I'm on fire today. I'm on fire. It was the 8th graders today. They kept me hopping.
They got you.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting, though. That 18 shows this summer. Hopefully, I'll be in town for one of them.
Right. So
Or
let me bounce this off you because you're a marketing guru now.
Sure.
Just say yes because
Yes.
it's part of what we're selling. Your wares. So I'm thinking, and I want to hear from the listenership, but I think what I'm going to do is this album is going to be exclusive to live shows and Great Falls for at least 3 months.
Oh, you talking about distribution-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to put it. I'm going to put singles on Spotify. Like when we have the video, single will be out.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about vinyl. By the way,
Oh, you definitely should do
I'm
vinyl.
going to go vinyl.
I don't know how expensive that is.
It's expensive, but if enough people wanted it, I would. And I think especially the places that I'm playing, people would buy vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
When I play live, people want stuff. I have less stuff than I should when I'm playing. That's what's happened now.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking vinyl. I'm thinking CDs, stickers,
T-shirts.
T-shirts that say "Sad Song Sung Loud."
Yeah. Oh, I like
You like that one?
I like that a lot.
That's the Joel Corda brand, right there. And what else was I thinking? Maybe hats.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
That's like the standard.
it is. It's a standard fare, but for me, it's a big deal.
Okay. I mean,
You
it's quite the investment.
I think so. But people have been really generous at these shows. When I play, they get the stuff, and the people that are supporting us now, I know.
Especially if you're going to be on Spotify and Apple Music and all that, having the CDs is it's a nice option, but it's a little redundant at the same time. So, but
I would have thought that too, but I am out of St. Summer CDs.
That's great.
I sold out.
And our market up here is a little behind sometimes, and depending on your target audience too, that changes things. But also having something like, I love band tees. I'm not wearing it right
Artifact.
now.
You want an artifact?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to.
I think that happens a lot.
I have so many band tees, or like I've got like an Under Oath mug.
You got the mug?
I got a mug and
We're gonna talk about
T-shirts
that in a
from
minute, too.
everything. Yeah, I've got I like the vinyl because I don't listen to CDs anymore because it's all on my phone.
Right.
But I love having the artwork, and I love
Being able to read it while you sit down. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I also I like buying a T-shirt and all, but I also like the idea. This might get a little, I don't know, whatever. You can be judgy if you want, but I like the idea of supporting the artist for the music.
Yes.
And a T-shirt's awesome.
Yes.
But I also like supporting the actual art.
The art itself.
The piece. Yeah.
Yes.
And I will spin vinyls. More than I'd ever spin a CD.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yes. No,
yeah.
I still, in my car, I play CDs.
Mm-hmm.
So I make sure, though, and it's weird, and I think it's not weird. I think people are getting to the point where they realize that if they've listened to something 10 times, they should probably buy it.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
It's definitely how people I talk to feel. It's because there's no reason to buy anything other than you realize how the system has changed. You realize that it's pure hustle on artists' part.
Yeah.
Like there's no manager. There's nobody booking these. It's me.
Mm-hmm.
And when I make something, I'm working with, independent contractors to make something happen. And then put it out and have these things to be able to give to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting transaction, but it's pretty genuine.
No, I think it's really cool. I think you kind of, I like how you kind of DIY. But I think you're pushing it too, and I like that.
I would love it if somebody else did it for me.
Yeah.
Let's not discount my lazy nature. That would be great. It would be great if somebody else did this stuff. And we talk about that too with film. It's like you want the things. You want all the people, but you got to build that naturally. And if we didn't build it ourselves, we wouldn't know what we don't know.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think in our market up here in Montana, you've got to kind of those people aren't just lying around like they would be in other markets. So we've got to work to attract that anyways. So
yep.
But it is nice to know. I think if you're talking about filmmaking, it's nice to know how much I need a sound engineer on set, or like
how much you need a sound engineer versus how much you would love to have a script supervisor. But if you're asking about between the two,
well, and I think even just like, okay, when the sound engineer does come on the set, when I'm able to hire one, I am going to respect that job infinitely more than I would if it's just like, if someone just like, okay, and that's your sound engineer, like, okay, cool, hey, what's up?
yeah,
Now it's like you, like,
yeah. You're my new favorite person.
my favorite person, or like I understand.
It's not just hitting record.
Yeah, the ins and outs of it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a respect there. Not that I wouldn't be respectful to him,
Right.
but there's like a respect of like the craft and understanding that, and then like, okay, like, yeah, how much you actually bring to the table here.
Yes.
I think would be kind of lost if it was just like, if you just showed up, if you were just given the keys to the whole castle and like, okay, here's this and that, and here, these guys are gonna do this for you. But if you have to make it your own in the beginning to launch yourself up, then
Yeah.
you gotta. It's a humbling way of doing it, I think, and I appreciate that method.
I do too. I mean, I get tired of it, but I like it.
Sure.
But I like it. It'll mean more down the road.
Yeah.
Right. So I told you that the 8th graders are listening to this.
Oh yeah.
Somehow, I'm not sure how they're getting it,
It's
but they said they found it on YouTube.
Oh,
so it's
what?
on you must
Okay.
have some of it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty funny.
That is crazy.
There's one kid that watched all of them.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them in a night. He's like, I was bored. I just watched them all. I'm like, that's a good.
That's a couple hours.
That's more than a couple.
Yeah.
It was last week, so it was at least 5.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm that entertaining, my man.
I mean,
once.
I appreciate it.
I do too. Thanks for
Thanks
the support
checking it
there,
out.
buddy. While you're watching now. But yeah, no, some of them are getting pretty excited. They want to be in the music video. And I said, you can be in the TikTok version of the music video.
There we go.
You could be the ones that come up with the dance. And then everybody can.
Look at you.
I wouldn't even know how to put music on TikTok, just for the record. Not yet. I'll figure it out. You have to tell us some stuff, though, because I know you have big news.
Oh, about the scoring?
Yes.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'm having the first official meeting for the scoring sessions for Shelter with our composer Chris Dudley
Of
the band Under Oath.
Under Oath. They don't say it like that, though.
No.
They're not those guys.
I think I remember one marketing video that said something like that.
Under Oath. And you have the mug, you've already said.
I have the mug.
And the T-shirt. And the
T-shirts.
vinyls.
Yeah, we have vinyls. Yeah.
You have framed work of theirs.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And he doesn't know yet.
No, I don't think so.
Like to be a fly on the wall, maybe for the show, for when it's revealed to him.
They just recorded a new album back in January, and I'm curious to see how I refrain from asking every question I can think of about the new
That's
album.
what I'm saying.
And so, I'm curious to see how I do it too.
Hey, you guys remember when you played Spokane? Was there, guys? You remember the guy that was in the back, like really rocking out? It was me, guys. I was there. Just joking. Dude, we've all been there. But I haven't been able to, I didn't work with Springsteen. I got to work with the guy that recorded Springsteen, and I almost lost my
That's
poop.
pretty cool though too.
It was cool, but
I mean, I feel like that's the same leap.
no, you watch this guy on stage.
Only because Under Oath is definitely not as big as Springsteen. Like
To me,
but even like
they're a big deal.
I still feel like
I'm trying. I'm not. I feel like I'm trying to talk you into being like all tongue tied. I don't want to do that.
No. I'm just saying that I think it's easier for me to get Chris Dudley to help us out on our film than it would be to get Bruce Springsteen to help.
But I would say that feelings wise,
no,
it's probably equivalent.
Feelings wise, you're right.
Yeah.
Feeling wise, again, I've said it before that 16-year-old Ryan is
pretty excited.
Yeah, but 30-year-old Ryan is really pumped too.
But he's way cooler than 16-year-old Ryan was.
He can contain himself a little bit more.
He's not going to do the pee-pee dance.
No. No, I am beyond stoked to have someone that I respect very much score my first like official short film.
Here it comes.
It's a huge honor.
That's pretty great.
So yeah, tomorrow we start talking about sounds and stuff. We've got the Dropbox set up and everything. So I'm very anxious to hear what that turns into.
That's awesome, dude.
Thank you.
I'm excited, and we're going to end this bad boy now because we're on the upbeat. We're on the upswing.
It's a high note.
We got stuff to do. So thank you for listening, everybody. Find Ryan at Chimera Films. You can find me on my stuff.
Yeah, Chimera Films on YouTube if you want to watch the video
Of the
and then in a couple of weeks it'll look a little different because you and I will be in different rooms.
You're so far away. Wait, can we do that? Probably not.
Did you just copyright?
See you later, taters.